Okay, so here's a video of a walrus putting a wax foundation into wired Langstroth frames. Firstly, please ignore the big pile of laundry on the left. Pretend it's not there. Pretend I'm really neat and tidy. So at this point I'm just checking the tension on the wire in the frames. They come from Swine Tea in Denmark, or you can get them from other suppliers like Modern Beekeeping in the UK. They just import them. And sometimes the wires are fine and sometimes they need a bit of tightening up, so just unwrap it around that nail and then pull it tight and then wrap it back and hit with a hammer, which hopefully hits the nail rather than the finger. So I'm making a bit of a meal of this, but normally it doesn't take very long. As you can see, they're chunky solid frames. They're made from linden wood. They're quite cheap, especially when you order them in bulk. And I think they're the best frames for brood. I personally like real wax foundation in the brood box, but for supers I like plastic foundation. So the wax is good foundation. It's from Kimball Bee Supplies down in Sussex, and it doesn't quite fit those frames, so I already know the size I need, so I just cut the bottom off. And my highly technical equipment of old knives. So anyway, I'm just attaching the connections that allow a current to go through the wires, and the current's now going through, and as you can see the wires are just beginning to show through. So now the wax is properly embedded. Just need to cut off those stray pieces of wire because they stab you, and there you go. Pretty simple. Now the other thing I do is one frame of drone brood, and the only drone brood they had, and it doesn't really matter, was for shallow frames, so it'll only be about half a frame of wax, but that doesn't matter. The bees don't care, and they'll soon draw it out and build to fill up the frame with drone comb. And I think it's good to have a drone comb frame in a hive because it gives them a place to build drone comb rather than sticking it all over the place where you don't want it. So in this case, pretty simple because I don't have to cut anything off because it's already too short. Just pass the current through. Those knives, they don't weigh much and they're probably not necessary, but I just like something on the wax just to press it down slightly. As you can see, the current goes through for 3 or 4 seconds and that's it. So there you go. That's how. Of course, with the drone ones, I write drone on the top bar there. Just makes it easier to spot. And that's how I stick wax in my frames.